let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about thriving, how to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. All right, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, of course tell some friends. Make sure you give me that Arthur Finds a Really thumbs up like so I say hey, and of course follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO, and like Rocky Balboa says, a little bell. So ring the bell and make sure you guys are following my content, because you know what we're all about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective. Will help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and higher penis. Help you naturally raise your HGH and your testosterone. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, I'm here to tell you about thriving. And yes, what this all comes down to, of course, is being able to bask in the wonderful land of the gains and the grow and the flow of everything that you want. And what we're talking about here more or less today is to not get stressed out about, who's out there. Because, you might be looking at me and say, it's easy for you to say this and it's easy for you to feel that. But essentially, it's all about what you're allowing to, come within. And, everybody out there, all is, before I get this started, let me tell you something you probably don't know. For everybody out there, somebody's dick's getting hard and somebody's pussy's getting wet. So never let your insecurities ruin anybody's happiness. And like I'm saying, man, there's an abundant supply of people out there. You're going to be able to attract whoever you need to do. And what it all comes down to is, getting out of your own way and understanding that people thrive in different kinds of ways. And when we're talking about making yourself, your better version, having that huge piece of meat, swing at the knees, throbbing to the pecs, making you your best, we're talking about, not having to worry about anybody else, because you are your own vision. You are your own person to bring all these things into fruition, and I'm here to help you along the way. And you got to understand that every single day you got to be thankful that you're alive. Like, the sound, what we're coming with every day before my feet hit the ground. Go ahead and take this breath with me. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful, because gratitude is the attitude. You got to be happy to be alive, man, because, you got a shot today. If you got a breath in your lungs, you got a shot. Shot at what? Shot at life. And that's a beautiful thing that you got to just be able to bring with you. So every time that you're going throughout the day, and you might look at somebody thriving in a different kind of way, and like Maganelli says in Beer League, hey, don't be jealous. You know what I mean? Because nobody likes a jealous person. And I talked about this in previous videos, and a lot of jealous people, and that's kind of like it puts you in that negative zone where it's not going to help you, be able to expand and grow, because you're worried about somebody else, when all you got to do is focus on yourself, focus within. Like I always say, if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. You got to be a clear conduit for growth. And whenever you see anybody out there that's thriving and having a beautiful experience, or they got whatever they see something that you're aspiring to become, that's something that you got to be able to just kind of calibrate. I've talked about this, and that was a beautiful video. You got to just calibrate your situation and understand that this is, an idea of what you want to, manifest for yourself. And you just want to have essentially the confidence, the happiness, the whole package of what you're seeing. But you got to be able to just bring it within to you, and don't get lost on how somebody else did it. All you got to do is understand that it's all possible. You got to understand that this is a magical place, man. You got a shot at life. You got the opportunity to make anything happen. And when you're talking about thriving and all kinds of different everybody's got different types of talents, different types of things that they can bring to the sea of life. And when it comes down to like I said, making yourself a better person, manifesting more muscle size, helping you naturally raise that testosterone, your human growth hormone. We're talking about, not being, not being bitter, and entertaining that there's more than one type of way to do this. Because like I say, there's a 2-way, 3-way, 4-way, somebody just appears on the street type of way, and you can't get lost and be like, well, how come this guy's doing it like this and that guy's doing it like that? You just got to do it the way for you, which is why I always say all truths are true. You just got to find the ones to make you, you. And when we're going with this flow, we're talking about, like I said, getting out ahead of it and understanding that the vision that you want to have is essentially, it's all here. And you got to you got to get out of your own way and understand that, if somebody is doing a heavyweight, if somebody's doing lightweight, if somebody's got this type of diet, and you're judging yourself and feeling like you should be doing what somebody else is doing, then that's no good for nobody. You got to understand that you got a shot to make anything possible, and you can just, you just got to follow your heart, you got to follow your intuition. And the best way to do this is to not get jealous and, worried about how some other person is thriving. And, like a great example is like, if you see like a guy that's bench pressing 400 pounds could look 4,000, 4 million different types of ways. And what it all comes down to is, if you can go in the gym and you bet your arm curling 5 pounds and you don't got to go out, do a million different types of sets and you're still able to get the results, then what do you got to worry about? I mean, that's what it all comes down to, is making the gains, helping you increase your size, being able to, utilize different types of methods. And like I said, the one that really, comes to mind with me is the mind and muscle connection. I always preached it a lot here on the site. And what we're talking about essentially is putting your mind into the size instead of, instead of worried about, okay, we're going to do like, super heavy, super whatever. And like I say, there's people that are able to put, the mind with the heavy weight. But for the most part, if you're able to have that, if you're not able to, flex everything that you got, when you put heavy weight on it, that's going to be, doing ugats. You know what I mean? So what we're talking about here, and we're going with this flow, I might as well show you what I'm talking about with the mind and muscle connection, man, because I got to get a pump going, showing you that energy is always there for you to get, always there for you to thrive, always there for you to grow. And when we're talking about this flow, we're talking about just growing and feeling the muscles expand. Not worried about how many sets you got to do, how many reps you got to do. We're talking about just feeling what you got. Understand that you ain't got to do what other people are doing, because what you feel is real. And that's what it all comes down to. So get out of your own way. Understand that the gains are here. We're growing. We're flowing. And let's get it going. So like I say, if you want to, if you got to say a couple positive mantras along the way, you go ahead and you just say, you gotta just say, I'm just feeling this gains today, man. I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. That's one that I love to say throughout the day. And of course, like I said, man, Paramahansa Yogananda, he's the one that brought the whole mind being the wielder of muscle message here to the West. He brought yoga here as well. And what we're talking about is your mind is what creates the size. So you gotta feel it. You gotta just be the growth. And like I said, whenever you gotta get a couple, extra reps out, you're holding the plank out, you don't need to even go to the gym today. You can go ahead and just get on the floor and just hold out a plank and just feel the positive mantras, feel yourself grow, and go ahead and just say things that you're happy about, like I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful muscles are growing bigger, harder, stronger, more defined, abundantly. You can go ahead for the penis, say I'm so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful penis is growing bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder, abundantly. And then of course, whenever you gotta get one last rep out, it doesn't matter, you just feel the gains, you feel the grow, you feel it explode, and you just go ahead and just feel the magic when you just feel the gains and your muscles just expand, and you just say, I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Oh yeah, 2020, getting lit, getting huge, it's a beautiful thing. Letting it grow, letting it flow. Detroit Rock City. It's cold outside, but I feel anabolic. I got the sweat dripping, got the hair flowing, skin glowing, body growing, spirit knowing that I'm doing something right. And yes, I'm gonna have me some aqua here. Keeping it clear, that's right. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful thing. We're talking about here today. And again, you know, it was a Mercury retrograde type of flow that I've been going with the past couple of days. And yeah, having water instead of beer, you're just catching me at a different time of day. And nonetheless, you know me, always holding my accountability. And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. That's right, Mr. Larson. We're talking about, you know, I'll have my beer eventually at the point in the day when I want to just feel that, you know, and when I want to just enjoy and thrive. But I'm just thriving to be alive, man. And that's what it all comes down to. Never let anybody put you down today because you see somebody doing something that essentially you want to become. You just got to aspire to it. Not let anything, you know, not make it judge you in a way where you're going to keep yourself down, because this is no good for nobody. You got to understand that you're a beautiful person. You have purpose here. You belong to be alive, man. You have every shot at life. You got a breath inside your lungs. You can expand and grow, and you can flow. Like I always say, you know, everybody out there is still somebody's kid. Whether you believe it or not, whether you know your parents, whether you, you know, no matter what your age, man, you're still somebody's kid. And what does a kid do? A kid grows. And now you know that you got a shot that you can just go out there and keep expanding and keep it growing, keep it flowing. Understand that, you know, essentially getting out of your own way is going to be the best way to help you thrive. And you ain't got to worry about any other guy, any other type of person that's, you know, doing something that essentially you want to become. You can aspire instead of, you know, being, you know, instead of like, instead of being jealous. Like, you know, don't be jealous of somebody, man. It's just like no good for nobody, man. And like I say, when it all comes down to, like I said, when we're talking about this flow, I might as well go ahead and drop the triple D. And no, we ain't talking drives, Guy Fieri. We're talking about don't doubt your dick. We're talking about don't make that stick down there your stick. We're having it be a huge heavy log. You know, talking about it hang to the knees, dropping to the pecs, making you your best. You know what we're all about here. And essentially, a lot of people, you know, when they're, you know, some people, like, if that's what makes you, you know, if that's how you get your laughs and it's making somebody smile, you're doing something right. But you got to evaluate and calibrate, like I say, and be like, is it taken away from you? If it's really putting you down and putting you into a place that you don't want to be, and you're just kind of, you know, being the sad clown, you know, you call Apollo Creed a clown. Yeah, I couldn't help it, man. You know me, I'm a movie buff, and anytime I get to just go ahead and just say a Rocky one-liner, I got to. And what we're talking about is, you know, hold on, Donnie. Lowrider, Donnie. Okay, let's ride. I even hit you with a Nick Cage action, you know what I mean? Because honestly, what life's about is smiling, man. It's about being happy for no reason. And the happier you are, if you're grinning, you're winning. Never forget that, man. So that's what it all comes down to. So, like, if somebody, you know, somebody out there is making you feel about, you know, if you're being a sad clown, making fun of yourself to, you know, pretty much bring up other people's spirits, that's where you got to calibrate and evaluate and be like, you know what, is this the laugh I want to get? Is I making myself the joke? Or, like I said, if you're able to be that character, somebody's got to be it, you know, somebody's got to feel it. And if you want to feel it, that's all on you. But you don't have to feel that, is what I'm just telling you. If you want to feel it, obviously keep being you. But what it all comes down to is essentially what you want to be. And if you think that you got to be somebody that, like, this is how you do it, by all means, keep making people smile. And you can make people smile without putting yourself down. That's another thing you need to know. So, and of course, you know, understanding that we got to laugh at ourselves too. It's a beautiful thing. When you got a guy with long hair, naked in a chair, telling you how to live life, I'm telling you just how to just become your best version. I'm here to, you know, really tell you about spreading love. I'm here to tell you that I intend on all you guys to have confidence in who you are, man. Just to be proud, to just be alive. You should be able to, you know, be naked at any given time. RuPaul had a beautiful line that I just heard today that really kind of, you know, resonated in a weird, in a, you know, special type of way, because like I always say, you know, I feel that, you know, I intend on most people here to be naked, and I feel that when you're naked, you have the advantage of being able to, you know, see people at their best light. And that's what RuPaul's line was, something along, you know, he goes, you're born naked and everything else is drag. And I kind of got into me. It's kind of truth, because everybody's wearing a mask, whether it's your outfit, your style, and that's why I always feel like when you're naked, you're able to get as close to the source of what we really are. And the true source of what we really are is always smile and laughter and love. And that's why I intend on you guys to always spread that love. And whenever you're going out there today, I always got to share the matrix hack. If I got this heart chakra pumping, you know what it is. If you're at the gym today, if you're in line at the grocery store, if you hear somebody on the phone, even if somebody comes across your mind, just intend on that soul. Whether this is a good, bad, or neutral thought, just intend on that soul, that person. They have a beautiful day, to feel love in some kind of way, and you go along your day, and you just hacked the matrix. You just gave yourself purpose. You're just making the world a better place. Because what I'm saying is, essentially everybody out there is an extension of you. Like I say, the universe is a mirror, and whatever's going on in here, man, if you start loving yourself, the love's going to be coming back to you. And if you start loving out there, the love's going to, it's like a yin and a yang, man. So like whenever you're intending on people to feel love, whenever you're just going in a place with a neutral attitude, instead of bringing these thoughts of just whatever, judgment and whatever it may be, you want to be like some little gremlin that's always, that's always just like, that's just down, you know what I mean? We're talking about being the huge, massive giants that we are. We're talking about growing. We're talking about not worrying about them gremlins at your feet. We're talking about, of course, not stomping on your best friend's house. We're talking about being the giant guys that we are. We're talking about being huge, you know what I mean? Not worried about these little people having that huge piece of meat, throbbing into the pecs, give it a kiss. How you doing? You know how we're going. You know how we're growing. And, it's not about worrying about those type of things, man. It's about understanding that love is one of the most greatest powers of them all. And it's something that's simple. It's more of a feeling than it is anything. Everything's a feeling. The feeling is real. And when you're going out there, you just understand that everybody, whatever you're getting out of people essentially is whatever you're attracting out of them. And that's why, if you're getting a lot of people that are being no good to you, you got to go ahead and change this station a little bit and just kind of give yourself, some space, put yourself in that place of neutrality and be like, why are these thoughts coming to me? Are these my thoughts? Are these somebody else's? And that's where you got the power to go ahead and just, kind of tune this somewhere else and be able to keep them positive thoughts and positive flows coming in. And you're going to definitely change your experience along the way. Because a lot of people, what I always say is everybody out there is tethered to happiness. No matter what, we're born from excitement. Like I said, the people that bring in this world, they were excited to do it. Unless even the surrogates and how people are doing adoptions, paperwork, all that stuff. People are excited to bring you here. We're born from excitement. We're born from happiness. Whenever you're smiling, you're in your best light. And that's why I always say, no matter what, even if you're a Grinch, no matter how mean some person may appear, is there a baby out there that never cracked a smile? I think not. I'm not saying that it ain't possible, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying most people that are born, it's excitement, it's happiness. And we're all tethered to happiness no matter what. And as you go out there into the sea of life, that tether might stretch and go and flow, but no matter what, it's still somewhere over here. And when you're winning, no matter how far this can go, eventually that thing's going to snap back and smack a happy in your face. And that's what it all comes down to, which is why people might have a moment of clarity or have a good day, a beautiful moment, or be like, man, I really like this day. It's because you were able to have that happy there, but you're always attached to it no matter what. And the more that you can bring this with you, the more that your ship's going to be like a streamlined butterfly. Just have you just keep on going and flowing with the waves, and that's what's going to keep you going through life. It's what's going to help you thrive. And that's what we're talking about here today, man. Thriving in life, man. Not worried about how other people are doing it. Just finding your own way to make it happen. And I'm here for you to help you formulate a program to essentially, help you, make that huge piece of meat thrive and make it grow, make you thrive, have your huge, massive muscles grow. We're talking about becoming our best version. So you hit me up in a BCC, I'll put something together. We'll put some action into practice. We're talking about the super jelq and the super edge and the super kegels. We're talking about masturbation for manifestation. You know how we're going. You know how we're growing. And with this, I might as well just tell you, you know what? I intend on you guys to, feel some love today, have some fun today. And of course, remember, man, Moondog, fun, man. Fun is the gun. And like I said, man, make sure you guys are checking me out on my social media. Got my cat Sig taking care of the neighborhood. My wolf and my bear always there. We got plenty of beautiful cameos coming this year, plenty of beautiful experiences along the way. Make sure you guys are checking it out, man. I intend on you guys to feel some love today, be some love today. And like I said, man, we got plenty more to come. I'll be seeing you around. Peace.